Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest centre-backs has just been released. We've got Van de Ven, 93 pace, he's got Anticipate, and he looks like an absolute beast. So if you want him for free, you're in the right place. If you've got a team like this, you're probably fed up of teams like this, or this, and whether you want your favourite cards as a Red Foot Champs card, or maybe you just want some coins to get who you want, so you can finally beat the sweats like me, then head over to skycoach.gg, make sure to pick the amount of coins or rank that you want, use Pro Recall 10 for 10% off at checkout, and enjoy. As always, we look at the card first of all, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, as expected for a centre-back, 6'4". This is really giving me Bizek vibes. I have so many centre-backs. I've got Maldini's like best card. I've got Ruben Diaz. I've got Saliba. I've got the Gomez card. I've got Arujo. I'm still tempted, guys. This card looks insane. We've got Jockey, Anticipate, and Slide Tackle Plus. We've then got Intercept, Block, and Bruiser. Every single defending playstyle plus or playstyle stat. Rapid as well. We've got Aerial. We've got Tiki Taka and Power Header. I don't know how they have released this at the end of a stream of just absolute fullback central. It's a bit disappointing for me because I still don't know whether I'll do him or not, but very cheap nonetheless. Obviously I can craft him for free. It's about the time. I'm crafting loads of stuff at the minute. What do I do? That kind of thing. But we've of course got 85 squad, pretty basic. We've got an 87 and an 88. Honestly, cheap as chips. This is one of the cheaper cards that has came out recently. A lot cheaper than Thiago Silva and looking a lot better, to be honest. I think this is probably going to come out at like 400k right now. So Footbin has the squad at 200k, which is absolutely measly. This is an SBC you just want to get completed, and it's going to be so simple to do so. Of course, everyone, we all know the basics of getting a squad crafted is bronze, silver, and gold daily challenges. You do those, you of course craft them in to the premium mixed league upgrade. The reason being, this is the only way you're ever going to get anything free, because EA don't offer much for free, and this is essentially the only way you can get free packs and coins. Now, if you want a bit of a detailed explanation on that method, it's linked down below, but essentially you put the 44 cards from the gold daily upgrade into this SBC. You know, half of them might go in, 2/3 of them might go in, whatever it is, and then you fill out the rest with coins. Now, obviously there's an initial cost there. When you open the packs, you sell everything in the tradable packs, you recraft them, 3 or 4 tries in, you're in profit with coins and with excess players as well, so you can very easily craft things. Now, your first direction, in my opinion, should be going ahead and doing the 85 plus player pick. The reason being, although this is going to cost you a lot of 84s, it's not going to cost you much that would actually go into the main SBC, so it's pretty simple in that front. The 86 doubles are going to be a hefty SBC to do. Of course, the 86 doubles are a costly one, so it's one of those ones where at least if you do this, you're pretty much guaranteed a good exchange pack. I mean, the worst case scenario is an 85, which obviously isn't great, but the chances are you're going to get an 88, an 89, something that is going to really contribute either to the final SBC or to you going ahead and doing an exchange pack with the players. So realistically, there's a contribution either way. Now, you can see here, I have got a massive gap in lieu of 84s in my club right now, just because I've been doing all these SBCs, so I've been using them, but very easily we can get this done. I mean, let's see who we get off the bat. First one, 87. So Panos, we could choose her for the main squad, or we can go and get a pack out of her, which is of course going to be useful. So the pack that we'd get for her, I've got an exchange for it already in the bank, because as you can see, we've got a few packs at the minute. So let's just see if we can get to that exchange. I don't know if we'll be able to. It would be, I think, the 27 exchange, so I can't access that right now. But what we'll do, we'll complete the other player picks just to see what we would get. Now, of course, the next step after that is the 86 double upgrade. Of course, this is an SBC. It's an 85 squad. It's 2 86s guaranteed as a minimum. Once again, it's worth doing. It's going to be a cost to you. Of course, it's going to dent the fodder that you've got already, potentially. But it's always a really good source of potential really high players. You know, anything 89 above, or sorry, anything, and 89 is obviously going in exchange, but 90 or above, really helpful for the SBC. It's very easy to craft this Van de Ven card because of how low they've priced this, which is wonderful, which is once again tempting me a little bit more to go ahead and get this done. You're probably going to see this in every team over Weekend League. This guy is either going to be an absolute clunkster or one of the best centre backs in the game, and I am here for it either way. It's obviously worth getting him in your squad if you actually can, because I can imagine he's going to be worth your while. So obviously we get the 86 doubles done, and we'll see if that's going to fall into a section that I can pop open now, just to see what those would look like as well, because of course it's good to get an idea of everything we're doing. So the 86 doubles there. Of course, we got an 87 out of the first player pick. So we've got Cavart Shelley, which isn't great, 86, and then we've got Kobel. So that is pretty poor. Obviously, if you think about it, we've paid the same, or a little bit more than what we'd have paid for that player pick. We've got one player the same and one player worse. So in theory, that one there has actually been a bit of a negative comparatively to the pick. This is why I go with the picks first. Now, the other thing you're going to work your way into is, of course, your player picks. The 81 plus player picks are some of the best out there. A lot of people hating on these. Everyone moans when something is slightly reduced. You need to look at the bigger picture. 4 players, this is a big difference. I've seen people on Twitter go, oh, it doesn't make a difference. It does. It literally does make a difference. Now, I know the lower bar is going to be worse. So when we had a player pick before where it was 382s, we got a bit, but now it's 481s. It's like, oh, that's awful. But the bar has not changed massively. And yes, I'm frustrated that we've lost the beautiful 82 pluses, but we all know they're going to come back in like a couple days. So rather than complaining about it, use what we've got in the meantime, enjoy it, because the reality is, realistically, we know it's going to come back eventually. There's no chance that that player pick doesn't, because it's been so in and out, in and out, in and out. So we're going to see that again. So in the meantime, craft the 81 plus. I know it's using more commons, but it really is a good SBC. I think, obviously, as a community, EA does have a more complaining community. So sometimes we are going to get everyone sort of whining about things, and I get that. At times EA do screw us over, which is, you know, it's fair to moan about, but other times we're not getting screwed over. It's worth sometimes just actually using the SBCs we get, trying them out rather than, you know, complaining first and seeing what we get. Now obviously we've got another 87 there, so obviously I've put in 87s because I've got a low club. If you're crafting this, 84s there, 2 87s, we've got loads of exchanges. That's wonderful. Now obviously I would like something a little bit better than an 87 out of this. I am hoping to get something more, because obviously we want to craft more of this. You know, you are hoping for a 90 rated in these packs, but, you know, alas, we've not got one. That's a shame, but we can of course go on to craft something else. Now these player picks, we'll pop one open just to see how good they are. Obviously a one drop test is never going to be the easiest way to test a player pick. It's always going to be a worse comparatively to what we can usually get. So let's just get a couple players in. So we've got that one there, we'll have one there, one there, and we'll go for a page of commons. Brilliant. So we can get these in. Really simple to craft these ones. Obviously on the phone app as well, it's literally just a low to high on the gold section, and hopefully you find yourself doing that really easy. I personally prefer just filling them out on the mobile. Like I say, it's an easier way of getting these done. So we'll pop that open. Obviously anything better than just 481s would be nice. What we're getting out of this one, so out the back we've got an 83. It's not amazing, I know, but that's one player pick. Obviously an 83 is still helpful towards what we're doing next. 86 doubles are going to be where you're going to get most of your bread and butter, and what we can have a look at just on the exchange side, as I say, I don't have the ability to go through my 88 or 89 87 exchanges because I've got far too many packs right now, but I'm going to reduce that hopefully in the next sort of 24 hours. We're going to spam through a lot of these packs and get them crafted into something. But 11 player pick, what we got here, or 11 picks, players, we've got a Trippier right off the bat. That's an exchange pack in itself off of an 11 player pack. So off of an 86 exchange pack, we've got an 85 exchange pack, and what is probably near enough an entire squad towards one of them player picks, which of course if we then in turn get an 85, we're absolutely laughing. That should be Modric. That's not Modric. Disappointing. Of course, we can go through these and continue to go through these until we find something that is good enough to then go and exchange it. Now, obviously, I've got a ton of these exchange packs. I've built them over a little while. I'm not expecting you guys to have all of these. You build these with the crafting. And of course, crafting is not easy. It's not meant to be. It is a way. I mean, there you go. Another exchange pack. It's very, very easy with these methods to get a load of players. And I'm wasting players. You can see me wasting players. You don't want to do that. But in the same sense, I'm still going to be able to craft loads. If you are lazy like myself, maybe you are going to waste some players, because obviously it is a little bit of a chore to go into an SBC and go, okay, which ones do I not have? You know, let me pick 11 players, remember 11 names, take a photo, whatever it is. That's a chore sometimes. So maybe you might be too lazy, just like myself, but you're still going to be able to craft and make profit of these methods, and of course, get your players for free. And you can see there, we're getting the players in the packs. They are available. So make sure to get the methods done. Make sure to get Van de Ven in your team, because he's probably going to bully us all. And make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.